say, if I had to choose, then I would say, yeah, keep their name anonymous until they are charged. Because otherwise,
I think that's fair.
Isn't it?
I think that's fair because if someone thinks that I stole an apple out of a store, they can't just go and, well, they can, but it wouldn't be right, which is what we're talking about. But they can't go to the police and say, I think he stole the apple. I don't have any proof, but I think, and they're not going to come and pick me up, and they can't do anything to me.
Yeah.
But
they
if
have
they
to catch you acting it, or
I'm on
CCTV or something.
I'm on camera, or they film me, or someone else saw me. There was a witness, which we enter into that also. But then, if I'm arrested for stealing the apple, my name is part of a public system, and that system at that time starts the process. And I agree with you. If I'm arrested, my name should be out there.
Yeah, if I had to choose, because it was hard, and I don't want to sit on the fence, but I would say, because like you said, because it might keep coming back that they keep getting arrested and to help the police do their inquiry, which is their favourite term over here. And then they release them because they haven't got enough to hold them with at that moment. But then they're probably like waiting for someone else to come forward or waiting for something to happen so they can rearrest them again. So I would say until they charge them, even if it's just one charge, then they can say, okay, right, we formally charged you with this crime. Now we're going to put your name out there. So if there's any other victims who weren't aware that you'd been arrested or kept getting arrested for this, they can come forward and say, right, yes, I can tell you that what he's been charged with is true because he did it to me.
Well, or I'm accusing him. And I may have proof or something, and I'm going to throw this fly in the ointment, and then we'll go to the break.
Oh, dear.
You have those people who had been talking about the person you mentioned, the Jimmy Savile effect. You had people that were saying this for years, and they were accusing him, and they probably went to authorities and said it happened.
Yeah.
But he never was charged.
No.
And so at that time, his name was out there, but it's just like Bill Cosby. Everybody, not everyone, but he's pretty much, some say he did, some say he didn't.
Yeah,
and that allows him to remain free and continue to try and make his livelihood and live. And same thing with Jimmy Savile. So
he's dead now. And you know what? The reason why I call it the Jimmy Savile effect is because, you see, while he was alive, this man got away with murder, literally. Right. You know, he was doing all sorts of stuff. And it's only after he died that they suddenly said, oh, okay, now that we're going to open up the can of worms and we're going to tell everybody what we knew and what we found out. And I'm thinking, hold on, he's dead. So he ain't going to face no punishment. His victims have been saying this for years. Nobody took no notice of them. You wait till he's dead before you finally say, okay, we're going to acknowledge it now. We're going to say we believe the victims and we're going to strip him posthumously of his, because I think he was knighted by the Queen.
I'm sure he was. If he was...
Yeah, they did. Listen, it's only now that he's dead they suddenly start talking about him and saying, "Oh, well, if only we did that." There's so many people that knew and they never did nothing. So that's why I call it the Jimmy Savile effect. Because every week now they can find a way to get these guys. They're starting to. Every week it's a new celebrity. I mean, I'm going to mention some more, but
the morality of this is.
Yeah.
It should have been taken care of when the initial claims were made, one way or the other. If it was a false accusation, they should have proved it was false and cleared his name. Yeah. Or if it was true, they should have, from those people with power, they should have allowed the system to work and either prove that it was false or let him go to jail.
Yeah, there's too many. People, especially over here in the UK, they know what I'm talking about because they're just like, they're probably sitting there thinking, she ain't mentioned this one. There's too many. I can't go through all of them, but every time you turn on your TV and you're watching the news, you're going to see another one. And now it's going to get to the point where you're going to think, okay, who is it going to be this week? That's what it's going to be. So I just wanted to put that out there. Do you guys think that, if someone's been accused of this type of thing, that they should have anonymity? So that's the question I want you to have in your mind, when we go to the break. Should men accused of rape have anonymity or not? So we're going to take a short break now, and then we will be back on the other side after this.
In your eyes and I can see you've loved so dangerously. You're not trusting your heart to anyone. You tell me me and something in me new. I could have with you. Now I'm not ready to kiss that dream goodbye. When it's this sweet, there's no saying no. I need you so I'm ready to go. Through the fire, to the limit, to the wall. For a chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever come what may. For a chance at loving you, I'd take it all the way. Right down to the wire, even through the fire. To the limit, to the wall. For the chance to be with you, I'd gladly risk it all. Through the fire, through whatever come what may. For a chance at loving you, I'd take it all the way. Right down to the wire, even through the You said you'd be here by 9 and said you took your time. You didn't think to call me, but here I sit, trying not to cry, asking myself why you do this to me, yeah, baby. Since you're not around for me to tell you, baby, face to face, I'm writing you this letter, and this is what I have to say. All I really wanted was some of your time. Instead, you told me lies when someone else was on your mind. What you do to me? What you do? Look what you did to me, oh baby. I thought that you were someone who would do me right until you played with my emotions and you made me cry. What you do to me? Can't take what you did to me. Now I see that you've been doing wrong, played me all along, and made a fool of me, baby. You got it all wrong to think that I wouldn't find out that you were cheating on me, baby. How could you do it to me? Since you're not around for me to tell you, baby, face to face, I'm writing you
afternoon, welcome. You are listening to the Ask Avani show on SoMetro Radio. I hope you guys are enjoying today's show topic. It's an emotional one. When I was reading some of these articles, in doing my research for the show, I was just getting myself so worked up. In case you've just joined us, I think I will remind you again of what today's show topic is. False rape claims. How do you think alleged victims should be punished if found to be lying? Now, that's emotive in itself. That topic right there, that tagline, if you want to call it, that is emotive in itself. Don't you think so, K-Rose?
Yes, without doubt. Yes, I think so.
Because false rape claims, I mean, you can even juxtaposition it almost, but I don't know, false and rape, you wouldn't really put those two in the same sentence together, because rape is such a heinous crime. You don't look at that and think, that anyone would ever say that had happened if it hadn't.
Well, you'd have to be, in my opinion, you have to be just as deranged as a person who is actually a rapist to falsely accuse somebody. I think you would be just as sick as someone who really does it to accuse somebody falsely.
Exactly. I mean, I just thought that was really, really bad. It hurt me when I saw the whole thing that made me want to talk about this is because when I saw that article, as I said a couple of weeks ago, Anthony Cook, and I just thought, wow, this poor man has been going through years of hell. He used to have a fantastic life. He was a banker. He was doing really well. He was in the city. He had a great career. And through this one allegation, his whole life has just crumpled on top of him. And I don't think his life will ever be the same. And he's had to move away because he said he can't get work in London now because obviously, everyone knows him as the person who was accused of rape. And even though he just proved that he wasn't him, he'll never be, people are always going to have, his name's always going to have that stigma, isn't it?
Well, but that's the thing about it. Once it's put out on the internet, you can't easily remove it.
No.
I mean, people will believe what they want to believe, which is sad. I hope, that people would believe the truth, but that's not always
if
the
they
case.
know him. I mean, before the break, I had to throw this and ask, what do people think? Because I've seen these articles where, like, the MPs are saying that men accused of rape mustn't have anonymity, or they say they do. And I had to really wrestle with myself. I was on the fence, right?